So, I'm really angry, and I just finished watching Smackdown, and it's not a good thing. I will get into why this episode pissed me off so much, even though I have less notes this week than I do most of the time. So the show starts. The Kane and Big Show pumping up the tag teams for a tag team turmoil match tonight. There's no title on the line. It's not for a number one contendership. It's seemingly pointless. It does have a point, though I don't like the point. I said at the very least it isn't Cesaro and Kid versus the Usos again, though I think though I think I would have preferred to see that. But we'll get into it later tonight. You know, I take note of some of the tag teams there. I don't say anything really that significant. I'm just making cracking jokes, and they're not even that good of jokes. I said I bet real tag teams are left out of this match, and I'm right. They also say that Kane and Big Show also say that the first team, will be Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, two people who are not an official tag team and who have only been tag teaming because they've been forced to tag team together. Then we proceed after this to basically have 4 matches in a row. There are other things, but it's mostly just recaps. And I'm not going to talk about recaps because I've already talked about them when they happened. The first match is Bray Wyatt versus R-Truth. Jerry mentions that Bray Wyatt seems to have a cult following. No shit. I'm trying to find what little amusement I can in this because I'm so angry after that tag team turmoil match. Byron Saxton gets an R-Truth rap, and then Cole tells him to stop because he's embarrassing himself. Coming from the man who doesn't have a good grasp on the passage of time, that's really funny. It was an okay match, not a great match, an okay match. Not quite as entertaining as Bray Wyatt and Dolph Ziggler, but R-Truth is still a good worker. Bray wins with the discus clothesline again, killing R-Truth, followed by Sister Abigail. I guess apparently the discus clothesline kills people. Because unlike with Dolph, it wasn't outside the ring. This time it was inside the ring, and R-Truth was dead. Match 2, Summer Rae versus Paige. I say, Paige does all the work in this match. Even when Summer is doing moves, you can tell Paige is doing the most work. Summer Rae sucks. The entire Paige wins the match, and the entire time the commentary basically is just Nikki and Brie Bella not shutting up. I ignored all of it because I hate them. In fact, I fucking hate the Divas division purely for the fact that it's so much about Total Divas at this point that you can't. There's nothing a wrestling fan can enjoy anymore. It's that bad. Match 3. Adam Rose versus Fandango. In their 3rd match in a row now. I believe it's their 3rd. I ask if he keeps beating them up, why do the Rosebuds still come out with Adam Rose? And also, why does it seem like the trust fall requires the bunny to actually be successful? Because pretty recently the trust fall has been failing, and that's why he's been getting angry. So that Adam decides just not to do the trust fall. I think this is a fair compromise. I guess they'll keep asking. I also ask, are we just going to keep having this match until Adam can beat Fandango? Then I say during the middle of this match, I say, idea, Adam and Fandango as a tag team. They can call them the Exotic Dance. Because Adam Rose, the guys are the Exotic Express, and Fandango likes to dance. I thought it was clever. I say, Adam Rose is in control most of this match. Fandango literally gets in 2 or 3 moves, including his last dance, and wins. What the fuck? I don't know. It was stupid. The 4th match, and the last thing really tonight, is the Tag Team Turmoil match. Starts with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. And I ask, their match at Fastlane is already set. Nothing's going to change. This match has no importance to them. Why don't they just walk away? because they can. It's not like they're under threat that if you don't compete, we're going to take away your number one your number one contender match. In fact, the Shield can't, or the not Shield, the Authority can't do that. They've got nothing to prove. In fact, the only reason I can assume that they're fighting through this is just to one up each other, which is all they do during this try to do during this match. Basically, is one up one another. And their first opponents are Miz and Ms. Dow. I say this match is basically, Roman and Daniel Bryan trying to one up each other. For the most part, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan are in control of this match. Daniel Bryan puts away the Miz. And then next come out is the Usos. The Usos are the ones that have the longest involvement. In fact, about half the match is the Usos versus Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. At one point, the commentators say that Reigns does not look impressed with Bryan. I note that Daniel Bryan has done better in every single match than Roman Reigns, and Daniel Bryan so far has been carrying this match and is better than him. Reigns then proceeds to get tagged in immediately after this and shows that he is worse than Daniel. I keep saying to myself, they better turn Reigns heel. They better turn Reigns heel. It makes the most sense. I say that it's nice to see the Usos getting the upper hand since they are fresher, and they're supposed to be this amazing tag team. So at one point, one of the Usos gets hurt when he tries to spear Roman in the corner. He goes through, he hits his shoulder, and this was Roman or Daniel. I can't remember which one it was that he tried to spear, but he falls outside. Then the other Uso goes outside, and then Daniel Bryan goes outside and starts kicking the one that just hurt his shoulder. Roman comes over and stops him and says that he's hurt and he can't win the match out here, should get back in the ring. And Daniel Bryan, acting uncharacteristically heelish, is angry, tells him to get out of his face, and says that this is how I win matches. Go away. Bryan then eventually makes one of the Usos submit, because I lose track of them really easily. And after they get the decision, he does not let go of the hold, and Reigns pulls him off. I ask, why the hell is Daniel Bryan heel now? So it looks like they're trying to pull the trigger on Daniel Bryan on a Daniel Bryan heel turn, almost like to flip off the audience for forcing them to backpedal and try to put Daniel Bryan in the main event at WrestleMania, or at least in contention for the main event at WrestleMania. Seriously, the WWE is trying to do their best to piss us off and fuck them. God damn it. Next is Los Matadors. Bryan fights them alone and proceeds to make one of them tap. Then this is followed by Slater and the Gator. So Reigns tags himself in and then proceeds to completely dominate Slater and the Gator. And this just continues to showcase that these two suck. Next is the Ascension. The Ascension just basically brutalized the two, including throwing Daniel Bryan into the Timekeeper area. Oh my god! That requires a DQ, doesn't it? Apparently it doesn't. Because they don't. Eventually, though, the Ascension does get DQ'd and eliminated because of this. They don't seem to care. They're just beating up Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Then Big Show and Kane come out. And I'm like, Jesus, it's like the worst matches from the last couple of weeks all over again. At the beginning of the match, when Daniel Bryan gets the upper hand over Kane does not look like he gives a shit when Daniel Bryan keeps kicking him across the chest. He then proceeds to get up and just knock Daniel Bryan down. Kane and Big Show actually dissent in this match, and their inability to get along basically becomes the only reason that Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns win against them. Now, I understand the purpose of this match. It was to make Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns look good, to get them over, to make them look strong, and to make it look like the Authority's trying to punish the two of them for ruining their plans. I completely understand that. But I fucking hated this match. Because for one, you left out tag teams. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd and Golden Stardust, who I have to assume still is technically a tag team. Oh, and a New Day. We're all left out of this. So even though this is supposed to be you're supposed to be making a statement for yourselves, like they were trying to say at the beginning of this thing. Not all the tag teams were involved, so at least 3 tag teams didn't even have a chance to make a statement. Then you have Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, 2 people who are not getting along, are not on the same page, are not working as a team in a contest against basically nothing but people who should be because that's the entire point of being a tag team. And then they proceed to beat all of them, including the champions. Now the champions look good because the champions had the longest stint and did the best in the match. But I have to ask the question. What's the point of the tag team division anymore? You just showed that not every, but a whole bunch of tag teams in your division can't even put away 2 people who are not a tag team. In fact, some of the teams, despite the fact that they were extremely fresh, were dominated. Kill this division. Because you're doing it anyways. You have them on fucking life support. Your tag team division is a fucking joke. WWE, fuck you. You just buried your tag team division with Reigns and Bryan in a match that didn't matter. They had no point in being in. And was just entirely made so that the Authority could beat down Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. For no real reason other than they're upset with them. And they're upset with them. What? They're upset with them because Seth Rollins lost? To Daniel Bryan? Fine. I guess. But Rollins has the money in the bank briefcase. He's basically got the I make the WWE World Heavyweight Championship the fucking hardcore belt. Like rule. This is so fucking dumb. First of all, now you got Miz and Mizdow are gonna break up. That's fine. I would understand why they didn't win. That's fine. They furthered that a little bit in this match, but not quite a lot. But what I wanted to see happen here, which I think should have happened, is perhaps, and if you don't want to turn Roman Reigns heel, this still works. It works either way, actually. Have Roman be like, when the Usos came out, have Roman be like, hey, Daniel, dude, they're my cousins. We don't have any reason to fight them. Let's just get counted out and go. It doesn't hurt us. And it doesn't. They get out of that match. No one gives a shit. And you don't bury the tag division in the process. In fact, I would have been okay if Kid and Cesaro came out and fucking screwed the Usos. That didn't happen. And then after this, 2 additional tag teams gets put away by one guy. Because Los Matadores only fought Daniel Bryan, and Slater and the Gator only fought Roman Reigns. So, outside of the Usos, every tag team sucks. Or at least, that's what you're supposed to believe when you watch this fucking match. Because 3 of them got put away like bitches. The Ascension got themselves disqualified. I don't know why. I guess they didn't care. Or maybe the Authority told them, hey, this entire point of this is just to beat down Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. But, since they apparently don't care, what's the point of being a tag team? Because the only thing you can do as a tag team, really, is win the tag titles. And your entire division just got put away by 2 guys who are not a tag team, so who the fuck cares about the tag titles? I'm done. Fuck this show.